So I'm a mechanic. I went to BMW factory training and worked for BMW Rockville for many years, and now I'm at a smaller shop specializing in German cars in the Frederick area.
I am a junior in college, so I am focused really mainly on sexual violence on college campuses. Long term, I would love to be a therapist for survivors of sexual violence and specifically human trafficking.
So at school, I've been able to get involved all over the community, and the way I've been doing this is by playing soccer with some kids. We've been able to develop a soccer ministry, and every week we're able to have kids come on campus to the soccer field, and me and a couple of volunteers and leaders are able to run drills for them, run a practice for them, play soccer with them. Not only that, we get to know them, we get to teach them a devotional in between practices and in between drills, and hopefully teach them a lot about God through that and through the sport of soccer.
After graduating from MACA, I went to Cedarville University. I graduated with my bachelor's in 2016, and I am now graduating in May with my doctorate of pharmacy. After I graduate, I'm going to pursue a residency, hopefully in infectious diseases, where I'll be able to serve the community from an antibiotic standpoint.
I'm in my second year as an assistant men's basketball coach at Franklin and Marshall College in Pennsylvania. It's a nationally ranked liberal arts college.
Right now, I'm a sophomore at Cedarville University, and I'm studying broadcasting and digital media, specializing in film. What I want to do with that one day is have my own production company, and the main thing that I would like to do is partner with missions organizations, documenting their trips, and to be able to tell those stories to a larger audience.
I am a business analyst in Howard County for a government contractor company that does cybersecurity work. So I support their project management team doing that kind of work. In terms of ministry, I am a student or a leader of the middle school students at my church. I'll lead a mentorship Bible study once or twice a month with those boys.
I am a MACA alumni that's now actually living all the way over in Vietnam, in Southeast Asia. Currently, I live in Hanoi, Vietnam, and I teach English in an international school here. And as well as teaching, I also am a part of the International Church, and I study the Vietnamese language while I'm here.
So right now I am teaching at an elementary school in Howard County, and I teach kids with emotional disabilities. And it is my favorite thing I've ever done in my whole entire life. I love it so much. And I also am on the leadership team at my church for the special needs program.
What sparked my interest was having an awesome anatomy teacher here at MACA. And then I did internships throughout high school, and that kind of helped me narrow down which career I wanted to pursue. And my senior year, I did an internship at Johns Hopkins Hospital with a critical care nurse, and that's what really let me know that I wanted to pursue nursing.
During my sophomore year here at MACA, I had an ODM term, and we had a class that was on human trafficking, and the teacher who taught it was one of my favorite teachers here. So I was very excited about the class, and I just learned about the fact that slavery still exists in the world, and that is something that I couldn't really wrap my head around. And throughout my years at MACA, just in school in general, I learned about slavery and things like that, and that was something that I always had a passion for. And things like the civil rights era, I was like, whoa, how can I do this in my lifetime?
One reason I knew I wanted to go into special education is actually from an opportunity MACA gave me. So we did an internship, and I worked with a speech language pathologist, and I came out of that and said, no, I will never teach kids with special needs. And then in my senior year, one of the first grade teachers gave me the opportunity to teach a little girl that had special needs. And I instantly fell in love with her and fell in love with the progress she made. And so that is how I knew I wanted to work with kids that learned a little differently.
When I went to MACA and I played soccer for them, I was able to have a really good coach. He really influenced me in a positive way, and he made me realize that sports were not just about winning, and sports weren't just about the game, but it was way more than that. My senior year, I got injured. I couldn't play at all during the season, and I thought because I wasn't able to be on the field, my coach wouldn't care about me, my teammates wouldn't care about me, but it actually was the opposite. As soon as I got hurt, as soon as people found out I wasn't going to be able to play, they didn't care that I wasn't scoring goals or helping the team out. They cared about me and about my health and simply about my well-being, and just loved me as a person.
Something about me is I really love learning languages, and that's something that started way back in my Spanish classes at MACA. My teacher at the time, she had a real passion for communicating and a real passion for language learning, and I think it was a lot of her passion that kind of fell and spilled over onto me. In my Spanish classes, I had a lot of interesting projects. I got to also practice my Spanish outside of class, and all that kind of for me culminated in the senior trip to Costa Rica. When I went to Costa Rica, that was like, after all these years of practicing and learning and finding ways to use the language, I finally got to go and apply it in another country in a service opportunity. And none of that would have happened had I not been at MACA.
The biggest impact that being at MACA had for me was the opportunities were there. All you had to do was go for it.
For a number of years, I helped out the Mighty Lions basketball camps in and out of season, so I got to know a lot of the younger basketball players coming up through the program. That was always a fun chance for me to coach them and interact with them, and I know that they would come out to our games, and vice versa. I like to go out and watch them play, so I like to connect with them in the school as well as teach them the game of basketball.
To me, what it means to be an influencer is to live your life as if people are always watching. And really, God is always watching, and that should be reason enough to live your life that way. But while at MACA, I really found this to be true when parents of elementary schoolers, middle schoolers would come up to me and tell me that their son or daughter looked up to me. And to me, that just seemed crazy. Why would an elementary schooler or middle schooler want to be like me? But they did, and I think hearing that really, put into perspective how much of an influence for me as a high schooler, an upperclassman, I had on these younger kids. And so, knowing that, I did everything I could to mentor them and really show them what it means to be a leader, to be all these things that MACA is training us to be.
I'm very big into what I call everyday activism, where you can just share something in 5 seconds and people are going to see that and they're going to notice that, and I think that is something that I've learned throughout my years, that I don't have to do something large scale every day, but you can just do something small towards your goal and towards your passion for Christ every day.
I think MACA is a great environment because we all got to grow up together, and we also had the love and supportive teachers around us who wanted to see us succeed, and we all really became a family.
All around, I'm very thankful for MACA because they gave me the opportunity to come all the way to Colombia to high school in Maryland, and that just opened a lot of doors for me to be able to succeed and to be able to do what I'm doing right now. I wouldn't have been able to do all that without the opportunities that MACA gave to me.